now understood. Now understood. Administration of Guptas. See, administration of Guptas. Structure of administration. Structure of administration. Same. Structure of administration is same like what? Mauryans. That means they have 7 limbs of administration. Structure of administration is same because they have what? 7 limbs of administration. Because already the administration become what? Standardized. The same system will continue. Got it right? If anything got standardized, it will continue. It will continue or it will modify in what? Somewhat higher standards. So administration what? The structure is same. That means king, ministers, bureaucracy, same. Then what has changed? Nature of administration changed. What has changed? The nature of administration has changed. Nature of administration. What has came in this nature? Yes, we have seen some feudal elements. So the dominance of what? Feudal elements is nothing but dominance of local officials, subordinates in administration. Earlier, here king will take all the decision. Feudal elements introduced now. Another change we can see is what? Feudal elements increased. Another, influence of money economy decreased. Influence of money economy decreased. Now the salaries is not giving in cash. Influence of land increased. In feudalism, 2 things. Got it right? So influence of money economy declined. Influence of land economy. Land economy means land revenue, agriculture, importance of what? Agriculture. These things has become influence. So this you should keep in mind, because when I am saying, when I am discussing the Guptas, I will say king only. King, absolute power, sovereign power, all are same. But what will change? Nature of power is changed, right? Now put the heading king. So now king. Put the heading king. See, if you understand these 2 administrations, Mauryans and Guptas, you can write any administration. See, Satavahanas, you will have the same structure. Satavahanas also you have the same structure. But what will vary? The nature of administration varies. What it is. So nature will vary. King. First write king. First one. King. So I said I will discuss in a same format so that you will understand easily. So king. King is sovereign head of state. What it means? King has absolute power. King is supreme authority of administration. What it means? I already discussed in Mauryan's time. What is called king is sovereign head of state. If no king, no state. That is what sovereign. What it is? So king is state, state is king. Next one, absolute power means he can do or he can take whatever decision he wants. Next one, king is supreme authority, right? Now understand, what is the source of power? What is the source? Source of power of Mauryans. Mauryan king, what is the source of power? Yes, military, largest standing army. Next one, entire economy. Right. See, what is the source of power of these three for Mauryans? See, ఒక పని చేయండి, Mauryans దిలా ఒక సైడ్కి ఇలా Mauryans ఓపెన్ చేయండి. You open one side, Mauryan administration open చేయండి ఒకసారి. Mauryan administration. See, I said Mauryans, what is the source of power? See, this is what structure is same. See, if you understand, the structure is same, but what is changing? Nature. What is the source of power to Mauryans? Largest standing army, and entire economy is handled by what? Mauryans. But here you write, here the source of power is not military and economy. You write here, the source of power is not mainly military and economy, because other rulers are also, you write, because the Samantas, you write, because the Samantas are also have army, the Samantas also have economic power. So the Mauryan subordinate rulers, they also have what? They also have economic power, and they also have what? So I said they are called Maharajas. That is why Guptas taken the title called Maharajaadhiraja. What it is? So now Guptas has to show some other thing to propagate their power, right or wrong? Other subordinate rulers also have what? Military power and economic power. So now what is the source of power of Guptas? Divine power. What is the source? Divine. How? Through two things: ritual sacrifices, they will do yajnas, Ashwamedha, Rajasuya, they will do yajnas. So whosoever done yajnas, divine power, and they took titles. See, what is the title of Ashoka? Devanam Priyadarshini, beloved of God. What it is? So what is the title of this Shakas post-Mauryan period? Devaputra, sons of. You know, they take title called Parameshwara. So they are giving what? Status of kings equivalent to what? Gods. They took titles called Parameshwara, Maharajaadhiraja. Right? So religious, no, why Brahmins will do this rituals and all? What Brahmins will get? Brahmins also need something. Initially they will ask cattle. Now what is important? Land. Mahadanas, you write. What Brahmins will get? Mahadanas, land grants. Mahadanas, land grants. So they will give land grants to Brahmins, and Brahmins will propagate their sovereignty, divine sovereignty. Got it right? So this is how now Guptas have to support Hinduism, right or not? Now they have to support Brahmins or not? Because they need the support of whom? They need the support of Brahmins. So they will support which religion? Brahmanism, right? So that is how the Guptas patronize Vaishnavism and Brahmanism. Clear, right? Maharanas, land grants. See, this land grants, the Brahmins will propagate what? The king's sovereignty along with what? Brahmanism also. Clear, right? See, military and economic strength is almost equal with what? The feudal lords. That is what they use. What is the source? See, do Mauryans use divine power? No, they use semi-divine power, just Devanam Priyadarshini. But they are using what? Parameshwara, Maharajaadhiraja, rituals they are doing. What it is? So this is the source of power. See, nature has changed. Why this nature changed? Because of changes in what? Post-Mauryan period. Clear, right? So this is one. Next one. Now, second one. The Mauryan king is called promulgator of order. See, in Mauryan's time, who will decide what is law? In Mauryan's time, who will decide what is law? King will decide. Got it right? So, king is called as what? Promulgator of royal order. So, royal order is above social order. But here, king is called protector of social order. Who will decide social order? Brahmins will decide the social order. So king, the main duty of the king is to protect dharma. What is the dharma? The Brahminical social order. Right? So king, see this you should understand, the changing nature of administration. Initially Ashoka will decide what is law. And Ashoka decided also. Ashoka started what? Dhamma. He said my rules and regulations and all. By the time of Guptas, the king is just become what? Protector of the social order. The main duty of the king is to what? Protect the dharma. In Mauryan's time, the main duty of the king is what? Happiness of what? Happiness and welfare of the subjects. But here the main duty is protection of what? Dharma. Now, third one. In Mauryan's time, entire administration is depend on what? The personality of the king. Now, most of the administration at local level, lower levels. King only take decisions at upper level. Most of the administration will be carried at lower level by subordinate rulers. And in land grants, Brahmins. So administration decentralized. Administration decentralized. So Samantas will take decisions in their territory. Samantas will take decisions in their territories. In land grants, Brahmins will take decisions. Clear? So this is about king. The nature you should understand. Got it right? Although I write same, sovereignty, absolute power, supreme authority, but the nature has changed. Next put the heading. Next put the heading ministers. Ministers. So you first write, in Mauryan's time, the ministers are appointed, you write, in Mauryan's time, the ministers are appointed based on wisdom. See, I am not telling the same, the king is same. See, structure is same. Structure is same. Like king appoints, see, structure is same. King appoints, transfer, remove, same. The minister's role is what? Advisory role. The minister's role is what? Advisory role. The structure is same, but the nature. In Mauryan's time, the ministers are appointed based on wisdom. The ministers are appointed based on what? Wisdom. In Gupta's time, the ministers are mainly from Brahmin's background. Brahmin. So this one change, nature, right? See, in Mauryan's time, if Chandragupta Maurya asked any decision, suppose Chandragupta Maurya asked Kautilya whether I should go for war against any ruler, on what parameters Kautilya will give this, advice? Yes, opponent strength, weaknesses and all, right? That is what wisdom. Now if Gupta's ruler asks, can I go for war and all? Brahmins will give advice on what basis? Yeah, astrology, you right. Got it. So it's change. In Mauryan's time, the advice is based on the strengths, weaknesses, pragmatism, you right. In Mauryan's time, pragmatism and realism played important role in advices. Now the role of astrology and astronomy increased. See, getting right, getting the change of the nature of ministers. Next one, next change. During Mauryan's time, ministry is highly elaborate, right or wrong? Mantriparishad. In Mauryan's time, we have a Mantriparishad, elaborate ministerial system, right? In Mauryan's time, we have Mantriparishad, elaborate ministers. Each minister will take care of only one department. Mauryan's time, Mantriparishad, elaborate. Right, in Gupta's time, we have only mantrins. We have only mantrins. Sometimes you write. Sometimes same member will hold 2 to 3 offices. See, Mauryan time, each member will have what? Only one department. And Mauryans are what? Highly standardized ministers, elaborate, Mantriparishad. I said Tirthas, Adhyakshas, Mahamadhyas. What did I? But here mantrins is there, ministers is there. Sometimes one minister hold one and more departments. Example, you write Harisena. Example, Harisena is holding both foreign affairs, peace and Purohit, not Purohit. He is Sandhivigraha, foreign relations, got it right. He holds multiple posts. So this is about ministers. But ministers, see, ministers in Mauryan time write cash as given, salary as given as cash. Here ministers given land grants. Here the ministers are given what? Land grants. So this is about ministers. Say, ministers అయిపోయింది. Okay. So king, ministers, next write bureaucracy. Next write bureaucracy. Bureaucracy. Ministers are also mostly dominated by what? Brahmins. Already rasam kada manam. First point. Initially ministers are appointed based on wisdom and all. Anyone can become the minister. Here dominated by what? Brahmins. And advisory role is also we wrote. Structure is same. Appointed, removed by king at will. Next one, advisory role. Structure is same. Next, bureaucracy. Next, bureaucracy. See, in Mauryan time, the bureaucracy is appointed based on merit. In Mauryan time, the bureaucracy is based on merit, exam based. In Mauryan time, merit based, examination, Ardhashastra, you write the main source, Ardhashastra mentioned about the examinations. examination to select a bureaucrat. See, structure is same. Again, see, structure is same. You write, structure is same. What is the main role of bureaucracy? Implement the royal orders. Their main duty is to implement the royal orders. But what has changed? Nature. Nature has changed. In Mauryan time, they are appointed from any background through what? Merit and examination. In Gupta's time, who dominated in bureaucracy also? Yes, Brahmins are dominating. I am not saying only Brahmins, but Brahmins are getting advantage. See, in Mauryan times, bureaucracy, the post is hereditary or not? In Mauryan's time, any post, Amatya, is it hereditary or not? No, you are right, non-hereditary. In Mauryan time, the post is non-hereditary. In Mauryan time, the post is non-hereditary. Post is non-hereditary. Right? Now it become hereditary. You right. In Gupta's time, the post become hereditary. The post become hereditary. See, UPSC may not ask the difference between Mauryan administration. They may ask the difference between nature. But in group 1, you can expect a direct question. What it is? Because why I am telling we can expect a direct question. Not only in history part, in paper 2 also, polity also, there is 150 marks about public administration. In that public administration, we have one topic. That means one question will come from, they have given Gupta's administration, Mughals administration, Ardhashastra. So there in the last year, I think last year or before year, I found a question, difference between Mauryan administration and Gupta's administration. In group 1, we can expect. In civils, we can expect the nature difference. Are highly centralized or decentralized? In that way they ask. Got it right? After bureaucracy, right? Army. Army. First write Mauryans. Army. Mauryans. See, Mauryans have largest standing army and highly organized, right or not? We know that Mauryans have large standing army and highly organized. How we know? How we know Mauryans have large standing army? Who has given the details? Pliny has given the details, right? You write Mauryans, we know that they have a largest standing army. Pliny has given the details. Next one, highly organized. How we know? How we know that Mauryan army is highly organized? Megasthenes given the details about organization. So you write both the names. Pliny has given the strength of the army. Megasthenes has given the organizational structure of the army of Mauryans. Right? Next, what is the main strength of the army? Mauryans? Elephants. Yes, right. Mauryans' main strength? Elephant. How the salary is given? Cash. You right. Cash. So already we discussed. Now write Gupta's side. Now write Gupta's side. See, Gupta's side, along with the largest standing army, see, Gupta's side, along with standing army, they are also having auxiliary army. That is the army of Samantas, subordinate rulers. Along with standing army, not along with the standing army means king's own army. They also have the army of what? Auxiliary army. See, can any person can tell the strength of the army of Guptas? Is it difficult or easy? See, Mauryans, they only will maintain the army, and they will be in what? They will be at the capital itself, and the details of the army will be available at what? Capital. Although they will go into different areas and all, but the details of the army will be at what? Capital itself. But now the details of the auxiliary army varies. Is it possible to show the strength of the Guptas? That is why Fahyan visited, but he has never mentioned about the strength of the Megasthenes came. Pliny has given the details, and Harisena also wrote a Harisena inscription. Did they mention about? No, because difficult to count the strength. Because of what? This army plus what? This army. It will vary from what? Time to time. Next one. We don't know. You write. We don't know the strength. You write in this way. We don't know the strength, exact strength of Gupta's army and how it was organized. Fahyan has not mentioned, even Harisena also not mentioned. See, Kautilya mentioned Chiturangubal in Ardhashastra, Megasthenes mentioned, Pliny mentioned, but Guptas not mentioned, because it is not possible to count the auxiliary army, right? And organized, each auxiliary army will have its own organization. That is why there is no mention. Clear, right? Although there is a visitors also, Harisena and Fahyan. You write, what is the strength of Guptas? Elephant or cavalry? Cavalry, you write. Cavalry is the main strength. Cavalry is the main. Cavalry is the main strength. Next, right? The top officials were given land grants. In military, the top officials given land grants, the lower ranks will given cash as a salary. Top officials. Next, right? Spy system. You write, although Guptas maintained spies, to the heading spy system. Although Guptas maintained spies, but it is not as elaborate, organized as Mauryans. Because maintaining such an elaborate spy system is not possible. In decentralized administration. Feudal elements, bracket right, some feudal elements, presence of some feudal elements. See, feudal lords will revolt when they know about that king is so much spying on the feudal lords and all, they will revolt. See, in Mauryan's time, they are employees. Got it right? In Mauryan time, the head of the provinces, ministers, they are employees of the state. If they know about also that king is spying so much, they cannot do anything because the king will remove them. But here the Samantas will revolt. Got it right? Next, right? Spy. Next, right? Revenue. Revenue administration. Revenue administration. See, just write one point. I will discuss in economy. See, revenue from trade and commerce declining, revenue from land is increasing. Structure is same. Revenue from trade and commerce beginning. You write beginning of it. Beginning. Not completely decline, it is just begin. The decline of what? revenue from trade and commerce began. Later it completely declined. It just began in Gupta's time only. I will discuss in detail in economy how it started declining. What importance is increasing in land? Land grants, what it is. So importance of what? Land is increasing. 1, 2, 3. What is left? Judiciary. What is left? Judiciary. Judiciary. Right. See, Mauryan, you write. Mauryan side, you write. Mauryan side. The judicial system is transitionary, evolutionary in stage. Mauryan's time, just evolutionary stage, transitionary stage. Punishments are severe. See, all are we discussed. That is why I am telling in points, right? Punishment is severe. The justice nature is more about retribution, right? It is more towards retribution. It is just evolutionary in stage. There is no clear law books. Ardhashastra itself mentioned only, but Ardhashastra is more about political statecraft. There is no separate law books. See, clear, right? We have discussed all the points and all. Now, see, judiciary standardized. As Mauryan's time, revenue is standardized, judiciary becomes standardized. What it is? So judiciary standardized. See, we have a law books, separate law books. Although they were defective, but at least the law will restrict the power. Although they are defective, but they were discriminatory. You write. Law books. There are presence of number of law books. For example, Igna Valkya, Narada Smriti, Katyaya, Brihas, Samiti. What it is? Samiti. Narada Smriti literature. Manusmriti, last class in post-Mauryan. Manusmriti is the first law book, right? In Gupta's time, Yajna Valkya Smriti, Narada Smriti. So these are the law books. Okay, so different law books. So there are only few changes. More or less, all the law books have same rules and only few things change. You read. Although law books are discriminated towards lower class, although law books are discriminatory towards lower class, mainly Shudras, untouchables, women, but at least they will limit the power of. See, although the law is not perfect, but at least making a rule will limit what? The discretionary power. See, if there is one rule, got it right? So one rule. Suppose if anyone done murder, he will be punished what? Jail. There is one rule. Got it right? So the rule may be vary, discriminatory also, but at least rule will what? It will restrict what? The power of discrimination. Discretionary power what? It will. Although defective and law books, and you write clear demarcation. Clear demarcation of civil crimes, criminal crimes. Clear demarcation between civil crimes and criminal crimes. And right, punishments are compared to Mauryans less severe. Compared to Mauryans less severe, right? So judiciary is moving towards reformate, although discriminatory. See the punishment, see if a Brahmin done a crime, less punishment. If a Shudra done the same crime, more punishment. Need not to go into the much details and all. Got it? So this is about judiciary. This is about judiciary, and put the heading provincial administration, and we will continue in the next class. See, this is about the difference. See, I am discussed along with Gupta's administration. I discussed what the nature of difference between Mauryans also. If the question is about Gupta administration, you write all these points. If they ask about the difference, compare, contrast, you write the structural continuity and natural difference, right? So thank you. Question. Samudragupta, you write. Samudragupta is the greatest ruler of Guptas. And he is called as Indian Napoleon. He is also called as Indian Napoleon. Greatest ruler of Guptas, and he is also called as Indian Napoleon. Comment. See, sometimes you should expect this type of questions also. Some questions are like statement based questions. They will say, suppose for example, the real ruler of Guptas are Chandragupta 1. Comment. What it is? Sometimes UPSC will give statement based questions. Okay, Ashoka the Great. Okay, substantiate. So you should learn the art of writing. That is why I have explained along with the Conquest. You should see, if all the people will write the same Conquest, they will write Allahabad inscription, mentions about all. But you should get extra marks when you write analysis. What it is? Samudragupta is great because he understood what? The political reality of the time. He understood the dynamic nature of what? The changing conditions compared to Mauryan and all. You should write all these things. So the question is what? Comment means you should comment. Okay. So whatever you will write, you will get marks. But you will get more marks if you analyze. If you give substantiate with what? Evidences and all. So write this question, right? 10 marks.